I have a wonderful guest in studio. She's a domestic extremist, everybody,
That's me.
targeted by the FBI. Absolutely, because she simply did what any parent would do, tries to protect her kids by speaking up against school boards, tyrannical school boards, and also trying to run for school board. Unfortunately, did not win. Let's talk a little bit about that. Unit 5 in Bloomington Normal, Illinois. You ran for school board. This is Mollie Emery. I didn't even say her name. Mollie Emery
Hello.
ran for school board. Unfortunately, did not win.
Yeah.
Walk me through kind of why you think that happened, what's going on in our school systems,
For sure.
and your election and the election night, everything leading up and following.
Yeah. So we ended up in what they called slates, right? And so um there were the union bought and paid for candidates, and then there were the rest of us.
Yep.
And I think that that's really what it came down to, Kevin, was the amount of money and manpower that those candidates got. So there were 4 seats open, and I came in 5th, and I had made a joke earlier in the night, and the universe, I think, heard me, that 5th place would be like the worst place to be in. I'd rather just come in last. And so I came in 5th. So, it's been a couple weeks, so I'm a much more functional person than I was like the day after the election. But if you're not heartbroken after losing, then you probably weren't in it for the right reasons. And so I left it all out there. And, as Christians, we're not called to do easy things. We're called to do hard things. And, just want to model for my own kids, like how to lose gracefully and still be involved and still try.
Absolutely. So what do you think? I mean, so we obviously as conservatives did not win much in Bloomington Normal, pretty much anything at all.
I was not alone. I was not.
No.
I was not alone.
No, not at all. But we obviously still have work to do. I mean, the thing is, your kids are still in the school systems.
Yeah.
Conservatives' children are in the school system. We now have higher taxes in our area. And we also have even less representation on the school board when it comes to fighting against the woke ideology across the board. I mean, the gender ideology in the classrooms, critical race theory, everything. What do we do? What do parents do? I can't even say myself because I'm not a parent yet, but what do parents do when we can't win, when we haven't won these elections, but we still have an ideology to fight for? What do you plan on doing?
Yeah, I mean, to be super transparent, like I feel like I'm still navigating that myself, right? Because part of you inherently wants to be like, I'm out. Like, I'm going to South Dakota. Like, I'm going to raise my kids out in the middle of nowhere. And, so yes, that's a knee jerk, right? But no, I feel like there are still people who are reasonable. And there's even people who are not one way or the other, but are just so deathly afraid to have any like independent thought that they just sit idly by. And so, yeah, there's still work to do, guys. And I know it's hard. Believe me, I know like firsthand how very hard that feels. But we have to keep going.
Absolutely. And so going to our school board meetings still and asking, I mean, they might not listen to us.
Yeah,
they likely won't.
That,
they likely won't listen to you. But I mean, the thing is we've had people, and I'm going to try to do it now as much as I can too, for the time that I'm still in this community, because it matters to me. While it's not my kids, it's still my taxes in a way. Through rent, it's still my taxes. There are so many issues going on in our education system, and it matters a lot to me. And we had Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, who is on this station as well, and he's gone viral. And that's the thing. And that's what I really believe it kind of can come down to, is we need to be speaking up at these school board meetings, because while they might not listen to us, they will likely listen to media and national pressure.
Well, and they're used to having the complete and utter control of that narrative. And
Absolutely.
So we need some squeaky wheels, right? And we need them to not feel so comfortable being able to take the narrative and take control and do all those things. So yes, be the squeaky wheel.
Yeah, and get out there, because we can make it in national news stories. We can make it.
Yeah.
We can make it so that they have the pressure from everybody else.